Today Olympus are announcing a brand new lens, and it is this, the 100-400 f5 to 6.3 IS ED MSC. This new telephoto lens from Olympus gives an incredible focal zoom range, and I can't wait to try it out. We've come down to Greenwich today to try this out, get some nice shots. It's looking a bit moody, so hopefully we'll be able to get something before it pours down with rain. I'm down by the river by the O2, and what I've done is just taken some images of the cable cars coming across the Thames, and even on the other side of the river I'm still able to read exactly what is written on them. So what I was worried about is the quality at the 400mm end of this dropping off, but it really doesn't. It's nice and clear, and I know that because of being able to read that writing. I mean, that is insane. 100-400 is already a decent focal length, it's a good zoom. But what you have to remember is this is on a micro four thirds sensor. A micro four thirds is effectively, on a full frame, double. So if you were looking at a 100-400 through a full frame, this lens is the equivalent of a 200-800 on a full frame. So it gives you so much more in terms of zoom of focal range. Now, the other thing about the 100-400 is it is compatible with the 1.4 times teleconverter and the 2 times teleconverter, which means you can have an effective focal range of up to 1600mm. So I've now attached the 1.4 times teleconverter. So we've got the 100-400 with the 1.4 times teleconverter, and it just helps me to get a little bit closer across the river there. If you like shooting wildlife, but also like getting some macro shots too, that's another great thing about this 100-400. Even with the converters attached, the minimum focusing distance is just 1.3 meters through the entirety of the zoom range. So you can get really, really close. It's really nice to see the tracking of the EM1 Mark III working just seamlessly with the 100-400 here. There's a little seagull messing about in the water down there, and it just tracked it so effortlessly. Now up at 400mm, it is pretty stable. I could see a bit of juddering about, but we do have image stabilization in this lens, and when I've paired it with the body, we can get 3 stops of compensation up at 400mm. Now if you want to be using the 1.4 times teleconverter, giving you about 560mm, then you'll get 2 stops of compensation. If you're pairing it up with the 2 times converter, so you're up at effectively 800mm, then you're going to get 1.5 stops of compensation. It's not a lot, but it certainly helps at that sort of focal length. The body of the 100-400 is IPX1 rated, so it is weather sealed, which makes it perfect for using in British harsh weather. On the side of the lens here, we have a focus limiter switch, we have an AF to MF switch, and we also have the IS on or off switch. Now that IS switch only affects the image stabilization in the lens, not in the body. On this side, we have a lock, and that lock locks the zoom. So I can zoom out at the moment, I put the lock on, and then I can't. This is perfect for if you're the sort of person who travels with it on your shoulder a lot, so that the zoom's facing down. Over time, you can get lens creep on lenses, especially when they're a little bit older, whereas with that lock, that'll stop that from happening. Now, if you want to find out more about the 100-400, then there's loads and loads of information on our website. We don't actually have all the information at the time of filming of this lens, so make sure to check out our store page. I'll put a link in the description. Also, you can, of course, always ask us questions, so make sure to give us a call, send us an email, or put a comment here if you want to find out more. We're going to be doing loads more with Olympus over the next few months, so make sure to stay tuned to our YouTube channel, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. But for now, thanks for watching.